through 3 hours of the regular show on terrestrial radio, and you wanted a little bit more, so that's why you found the Gun Talk After Show podcast, where we saved all the best things that we can't say on regular radio. Now here's Tom, Michelle, and Jim for the Gun Talk After Show.
The after show is where we gather just to shoot the breeze here, and it's always fun. We never know where we're going to get into. And so this is, in fact, the Gun Talk After Show. I'm Tom Gresham, in case you've just landed here and you're wondering, what is this thing? We're visited today. We have Jim is always with us. Hello, James.
Greetings, sir. How are you, buddy?
And Tom has joined us because you are the Michelle for the day because she took the day off. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom. I'm doing great.
So just how many people called today, and when you took the call, they're going, well, wait, where's Michelle?
I get that question a lot every time I have to fill in.
Well, that's okay. You do a great job, and we appreciate it. And hey, I would love to say we're not going to let Michelle off, but hey, she gets a day off now and then.
Sure.
Okay, I guess.
Well deserved.
All right, I know we have some things that we want to talk about, and we'll get to those in just a minute, but I do want to get to Mike, who's been on hold for a little while. Hey, Mike, in Aztec, New Mexico, what are we... Crimson Trace Railmaster, what are you doing here?
Well, I got talked into buying a Railmaster from you for my GT20.
Okay.
And I love it.
Nice.
I have lots of handguns. Plenty of custom handguns, Smith & Wesson, I love them. Timber, but my favorite is a Browning 9mm high power.
Oh.
They do not have rails on them. I've been waiting for you to get somebody from Browning on forever so I can put a Railmaster on it. But I just couldn't hold it long enough, and you had the guy from Crimson Trace on. Is there any way that anybody could put a rail on it?
Sure, of course. I'm reminded of a poster I saw recently that says, if you can't fix it with duct tape, you're not using enough duct tape.
That's a good look, yeah.
I think you're going to have to go to, I'm just wondering, are they not making a rail version of the high power? I mean, you'd almost think they would do that now. I mean, obviously you have yours, but I'm just thinking if you really like that, I don't know.
Is there a grip, aftermarket grip for it?
I don't know. I would have to go.
I've looked on the internet, and the GT20 is the first gun I've ever had with a rail on it, and I really like it. But the GT20 is a little heavy to carry.
It's a big gun. It's a lot to carry. Yeah, it is.
Man, I think Browning is kind of dropping the ball. I don't see any self-defense or carry firearms coming out of Browning.
That's not really their world. I mean, the reality is that's not really Browning's world. They're not a defensive gun company. There are a lot of people like gun companies that are. Browning is primarily sporting guns, hunting guns, and obviously they've got the high power, but that's just not their world. So I would not look for a lot of innovation coming out of them on that side of things. You may,
what would
I'm the bearer of good. I got good news and bad news. Bad news first is this may not work for you. The good news is maybe this causes you to be able to buy another gun.
That's good news.
I thought so.
So Tom,
good news.
I did find a Crimson Trace laser grip for a Browning high power. I just sent you a link.
Oh, they've got the laser grip for it.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that's a grip. That's not a rail. And I've contacted Crimson Trace several times, and they're always out of stock.
Oh, you can't find the grip for the high power?
No, it's not the grip. I want Browning to put a rail on, but I have contacted Crimson Trace several times, and they never have the laser grip.
Well,
so I'm patiently waiting for that. That's fine.
Okay, so you're waiting for the laser grip. You can put the grip on your high power, and that's going to give you the laser you're looking for. You would rather be able to put the Railmaster on, but Browning's not going to give you a rail. However, wait. There is somebody I just found who has a rail that you can stick on a high power. How does it attach? Wait a minute, I got to look at this. Included is a 3M VHB adhesive tape for metals. So you basically are going to glue a rail onto, I don't know. If you want to look it up, it's called railtac.com, RAILTAC.com. I don't know about gluing a rail onto a pistol and hoping it would hold everything. That seems a little iffy to me. So I think as of this point, you're just going to have to find a laser grip for your high power. Or if you are married to go into a rail, you're going to have to go with a different brand, a different model pistol. And I don't think you're going to be able to find what you're looking for there. And that's a shame, because the high power is a good pistol. What was that? Just released in, I think, like 1934. One of John Browning's good designs, of course.
Yeah, John. You're Tom, right? Your name's Tom. Yeah.
I know. You can call me. You can call
John Gresham's Gun Talk.
Or Mr. Browning. It works fine.
Check out a link. I just sent you another link to a company called Command Arms, and they make a Picatinny rail add-on for the Browning high power underbarrel.
Oh, okay.
So it might be worth taking a look at.
Crimson Trace laser grip for Browning high power. Okay, they can do that. Amazon says they have them. So you might check Amazon for the laser grip. So a lot of ways to go here, but I wish you luck. I'm afraid I can't convince Browning to change the way they make the high power. That's a given. That's going to be there. But Mike, I thank you, and that is a real nice pistol. And thank you for buying the GT20. Still a great pistol, I guarantee you. The 10 millimeter. Trying to decide what to do for the next Gun Talk gun, by the way. Another 10 millimeter, maybe a revolver.
GT25 revolver. 25 caliber, 7,000 round cylinder.
How many can we get? That would be kind of fun. I always wanted, just as a goofball thing, to take that great big Smith & Wesson 500 that they have and take basically a virgin cylinder, and let's see how many 22 rimfire rounds we could get into a revolver. I mean, it had to be 16 or 18 or something. Yeah, exactly. That would be so cool.
I don't know if the gun could handle that kind of pressure, though, Tom.
There's that. That's true. And the recoil would be massive, shooting a 5-pound revolver with a 22 rimfire.
Yeah, you shoot around, and the gun turns around, looks at it, and says, "Are you kidding me?"
Says, what? Was that? Come on, are you going to shoot me? What's going on here?
Nice,
exactly.
Nice primer, dude.
what, was that a squib load?
Right.
Yeah, it's really bad when your gun is giving you a hard time, you know. So come on, man up. Let's go with something bigger. Oh, God. Oh, man. All right, tell you what, let's do this. I want to take a quick break, then we're going to talk about Tom's journey into concealed carry. Not mine, but yours, Tom, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
All right, we'll do that. We'll be right back.
At Stag Arms, our firearms are built to exceed limitations and push boundaries. The Stag 10 and 10S from Stag Arms offer recreational and avid .308 shooters better accuracy and performance. Custom-designed forgings give the Stag 10 and 10S tighter tolerances and a modernized style, all while retaining the strength of mil-spec parts. Each model carries Stag Arms' transferable lifetime warranty and infinite shot barrel guarantee. Find out more at stagarms.com.
If you're like me, you don't have money to burn, but you still want to buy guns, ammo, and accessories. That's why we created Gun Dealio. That's a free smartphone app. Just download it and start getting the deals. Could be discounts, offers of free magazines for your gun, or you could be the first to hear about new stuff from gun makers. Here's how it works. With Gun Dealio on your phone, you get alerts when you enter a gun store. Special deals, you know. You don't have to do a thing. It'll do a lot of other cool things, like let you watch gun videos and listen to Gun Talk podcast. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Getting more while spending less. Smart, huh? Gun Dealio. Made in America. Gluten-free. At the App Store and Google Play or GunDealio.com. All right, we're back with you with the after show. We got Jim, we got Tom, and we got Tom because we're doing the Tom thing today. All right, so Tom, I understand that you are continuing your journey into concealed carry, self-defense. What's going on? Where are you with this now?
I have an appointment Tuesday morning to go and do the fingerprinting and officially apply for my concealed carry permit.
Attaboy.
Outstanding.
So I was listening.
Take us all the way back to the beginning. How did you get started on this trail?
Besides listening to your show?
Yeah.
Well, I just see more and more stuff happening. And, sometimes it gets closer and closer to home. Particularly, I was shown a video on Facebook from a neighbor, posted a video and said, if you see this guy, let us, tell the cops who he is so we can go and get him. It was a video of an armed robbery, and I'm watching this guy, and the clerk walks in front of the camera, and I said, oh, my God, I know her. That's the store I walk to at night.
Oh, no. So it's that close.
It's that close. It's like 2.5 blocks away from me. But
okay.
And then you think you talk about inserting yourself into a situation, and I think if I'd been there, if I'd had a concealed carry weapon, probably the best thing to do in that situation would be nothing, because she did what she was supposed to do. She opened the drawer, she gave him the money, and he went away, and nobody got hurt.
Slip. If you see it happening, if you have the option, just slip back out the door and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously. I mean, people say, well, you would leave? Yes, I would leave. Absolutely. I would leave. I'll go out to the car or go around the back of the building, and I'll call the police and just wait for them to arrive and tell them what's going on. But,
But, it really depends on the situation. For example, I would do that. I'd leave in a heartbeat, and I wouldn't think twice.
Right.
Get myself and my family the hell out of there, no problem. On the other hand, if it's a rape in progress, I don't think I could.
Oh, that's a different deal.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's a different deal. That's, if somebody's robbing the place and nobody's getting hurt and you have an option of getting out, because you can start the process of people getting hurt if you pull your gun out.
Absolutely.
If it's a rape, now someone is already being physically and brutally assaulted. Now, here's the other question. How do you know it's a rape? Oh, now we're getting into the squeamy, uncomfortable place. Oh, well, we don't really know what's going on.
Maybe the role playing. She likes rough play, or who knows?
Do we really want to get into this? Or you may want to holler, "Hey, you!" or you may want to just back away, call the police again. I don't know. Here's the problem. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do in a particular situation, and it could be 1,000 variations of it.
Right.
And so there's no way for any of us to say, well, I would do this or I would not do this, because whatever it is, the one thing we know for absolute certainty, it's not going to be what we imagined.
Right.
No gunfight, no attack, no assault, no situation is ever what you think it's going to be, which is why you have to program your head with all this stuff. Tom, I got a thought. Do you have our concealed carry DVDs?
No, I do not.
Well, let's fix that. We have, let's see, Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. We have the Concealed Carry 1 and 2 DVDs that we did with the guys at Nevada. And we have our first-person defender DVDs. I'm going to get them all to you. I'm going to send them to Jim.
Awesome.
Jim, I'll get you another set.
He'll never see them.
Because
I do enjoy watching those first-person defender on YouTube. I've seen a lot of those.
Don't let Jim watch your DVDs. He's not allowed.
And the 1911 one intrigues me because I believe that's what I've settled on. There's a Browning 1911 and a 380 that just feels very comfortable in my hand. I really like that one. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Interesting.
Okay. Well, now I was just, for anybody who's listening, the Fighting with the 1911 is Tiger McKee. It's basically fighting with a pistol. We just called it Fighting with the 1911 because it came out in the 100th year of the 1911. So it's been around for a little while, but it's really good. And Tiger is such a good instructor, man. I was glad we had him on the show today with talking about his new book on the AR. You can just tell how good he is when he's on the show. You just ask him a question and he starts teaching.
Yeah. It's natural for him. Doesn't have to engage it. I want Tom, before he buys, though, I want him to shoot a Smith & Wesson Shield.
Yeah, I have not actually tried that one yet.
Yeah, and you may love it, you may not. It's all about fit, and you found one that feels good. But before you make that commitment, try it. I don't know. I don't own one, and I love it.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, gee, do you know where I could...
I do know where you guys certainly do.
Try one?
I would also just encourage you to get a 9mm over a 380. There's not that much difference, but there's also not that much difference in the guns, and you can get more powerful, better loads in 9 than you can with 380.
Okay.
I would just encourage you to consider getting a 9 instead of a 380.
All right. Now, being the novice that I am, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand the 380 and the 9mm are the same diameter, but the 9mm has
bullet,
the bigger cartridge and a little more punch.
More punch. It's got more power, more powder, gunpowder in it. What you're doing is you're taking that same bullet and pushing it faster, more velocity. And handgun cartridges are absolutely somewhere between abysmal and at the very best marginal at stopping an attacker. Why give away some advantage by going to a smaller, less powerful cartridge?
Okay.
So I would encourage you to look at several different 9mm pistols. Maybe go shoot some over at Cleland's or someplace. Try some different ones. Have you shot that Browning 1911?
Yes. Yeah.
You have, okay. And I'm sure it shoots well. I mean, 1911s are sweet, and the less recoil, the better. That's going to have very little recoil. You can also, of course, get a 9mm 1911. It's going to be not quite as small as that. That's kind of a scaled down 1911 they have. But again, I would try to get you into a 9mm if I could.
Yeah. Originally, he said he was going to get the 380 in 1911. I tried to convince him into getting a 308 in 1911. Thought that would have a lot more punch.
Is that dyslexia thing kicking in again?
I misspoke earlier. He's making fun of me now.
I'm razzing him. It would be a hell of a punch, though, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. You can get a 308 pistol.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I thought it was just normal idiocy in kicking in.
Well, yeah, they have the, what am I thinking of? The AR-15 pistols.
Right.
Now I'm assuming they have 308 versions of that with the AR-10
pistol, yeah.
I mean, I think it would be like the looniest thing ever, but that's never stopped us. We are always happy to do loony stuff like that.
Well, sure.
So, but that falls into the category of no, don't do that. Although I am going to say
you'll have one by Friday.
I have not been a fan of the whole idea of the AR-15 pistol for a long time, but I'm warm into it just a little bit. Yeah. Well, now that we've got these grips, the ones that strap around your wrist that you put on your AR-15 pistol, supposedly you're not supposed to put them to your cheek. Give me a break. But that with a laser or an optic sight on it is essentially a short barrel rifle, an SBR, but you don't have to pay the $200 tax. You don't have all the legal work that goes into traveling across states with an SBR. So an AR-15 pistol, there is an argument to be made for it.
It'd be cool to have AR-15 and 300 blackout with a can.
Yeah.
Be a nice little rig.
Yeah,
I'll get online right now. You guys finish up the show. I'll get online.
Put about 8.5 to 10-inch barrel on that thing and put a can on it and shoot subsonic ammo. And now, yes.
There's
put
your
a laser and a red dot.
Yeah.
There's your carry piece, Tom.
Yeah.
Now you're only going to be able to wear that.
Find a holster for it.
The dead of winter when you can wear a big old overcoat over it. Of course, the other thing is, Tom, just take every class you can take. I mean, sign up for every single one and watch good videos, not the junk YouTube videos out there, but find good instructors. The gun sites, Thunder Ranch, the Tiger McKee, the stuff that we're doing over at Gun Talk. Pick your instructors carefully because there are some yahoos out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've got to say, one of the things I really enjoyed about taking the concealed carry class is, when we got out to the range, I was asked to do stuff that I'd never tried before. Shooting
like
with your weak hand, unsupported, and just different things like that. I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, well, your instructor
I need
too
more.
Isn't the average
Give
instructor.
me more.
He's excellent. Chuck's excellent.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, this is not your average concealed carry class then.
No, he phases in a lot of self-defense tactics and
good
concealment and cover and
excellent.
Yep.
Well, if you liked that, then you're going to like the whole learning process because there is a lot to learn, and some of it's hardware, and you can't get around the fact that you have to have a good holster and good mag pouch and good belt, and whichever pistol you buy, plan to get 6 magazines for it when you get it, because you're going to need those when you're going out to the range. You don't want to be trying to load 1 or 2 magazines all the time. Just go ahead and load 6 of them and take them over to the bench or wherever you're going to shoot.
I also enjoyed your conversation on the shows today about holsters, because that's something that I'd not even, been so focused on. What gun am I going to get? How do I choose a gun?
Yep.
Now I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get a holster too.
Yeah, yep.
It's a system.
You need a good holster, and very important. And nobody ever wants to spend the money on it. Get a good gun belt, not a belt, not a thick belt that you buy at a department store. A gun belt. There's nothing else will do.
Yep. Galco makes a great one. So does Alien Gear. Alien Gear actually has a metal steel core in it.
Crossbreed's got them.
Oh, that's right.
There are. Yeah, they've got them. There's some outfits that make really good leather belts. If you like nylon, Wilderness Tactical makes really good nylon gun belts. You just poke around, but plan on spending some money on a good holster. You'll end up probably spending as much or more on your belt as you will on the holster, which is okay because it's all part of the system. Yeah, and so you need a belt, a holster, and you need a mag pouch.
About $150 will do it. All three.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that's where you are. You're going to be about $150 for the set. And people go, oh, well, that's expensive. Well, even that stuff that doesn't last as long as a gun, even that stuff will last 10 years, or in the case of a holster, until you try the next one.
No doubt.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of the thing. Yeah. So if you team up with Jim or some of these other folks, just ask them if any of them have holsters for the guns that you're thinking about getting. Not a bad way to go. If you say, look, I'm going to get a Shield or I'm going to get a Springfield XDS or whatever you're going to get, you're more likely to find somebody who has an extra holster that they're not using for something like that, and you can borrow.
And I can hook you up with those guys. All set.
There you go.
A little network action.
Well, this is cool. We're going to get you guys some of our DVDs. If anybody else would like some of these DVDs, it's real easy. Just go to shopguntalk.com. shopguntalk.com, and you can also get them through the Gun Dealio app.
Or just come to work for Tom, and he'll send you a pair.
Eventually. How long have we worked together, Jim?
16 years.
16 years? Okay. Once every 16 years, I'll send you something. How's that?
Great. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it.
Tag of a deal. Okay, cool. 16 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. Coming up on it.
Man. So, 22 years on the air as of this show. That's really something. And remind people, we were podcasting before there were podcasts. Before there was such a thing as an iPod.
Yeah, we were podcasting back in 2001.
Dave Reiner, you would record the show and then mail him CDs of the show because he knew how to upload the thing to real audio.
Yeah.
The interweb. That's right, real audio.
It was real audio.
Yeah, way back. We were so far ahead of everybody. Yeah. It was crazy. Well, yeah, Dave passed away last year. He was a good gun rights activist. Let me tell you, he was that. He contacted me out of the blue way back and said, "Hey, you ought to think about putting your show on the internet." I'm going, "What? Who does that? I never heard of anything like that." I mean, nobody was doing that back then. Yep. He said, "Well, I know how to do it." He was working for Real Audio, and so he took the shows and digitized them and threw them up on the internet. And we were there some more than 15 years ago, something like that. Wow.
And to add to that, back. We just passed the 3-year mark for the after show. Does it seem like that?
No.
Yeah, February 16th, 14 was the first time we did it.
Wow, that's really something. So milestones all around. So
they haven't found us yet.
That's right. We just keep it real low-key. Try to stay under the radar. And whatever you do, if they ask if you have any guns, do whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Oh, I've got a story about that one too, Tom.
Uh-oh. What?
I went for a pre-employment physical, and the nurse said I had just taken the hearing test.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Very good.
Sorry.
But she said, do you do anything outside of work that would require ear protection, like running a lawnmower or shooting guns?
Backdoor way to ask you.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I just said, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
That's right. The rock music, no, nothing like that. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about that often. Think, well, let's see. I've been shooting since I could stand up. I was a drummer in rock bands all through my teen years. let's see, fly airplanes, run boats, shoot guns.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
But nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No. Nothing, sweetheart. It's good. Let's go. Okay, we're out of here. Which I will just remind people, one of the cheapest ways of protecting yourself is buy a big old jar of foam earplugs.
Cheap.
And just stash them everywhere, in your glove compartment, in your gun case, in your guitar, anywhere in your briefcase. I'm telling you, on airplanes, on commercial flights, it really makes it nice to pop those suckers in.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And always have an extra pair, because whoever you're going to be shooting with is not going to bring theirs.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of shooting and newbies,
Yes.
I had a young man come in from Chicago last night, and his group was doing a rap concert, my personal favorite genre. Anyway, nice kid, and my sons were with him. He said, "Hey, Dad, he's never shot before." I said, "Okay, well, we got to fix that." And he had never touched a gun, never touched a firearm his whole life. Within 45 minutes, where we started him right, 22 Ruger. Within 45 minutes, we had him shooting full auto, and he had a big old smile on his face.
Yeah, buddy.
That's all he talked about at the show that night and afterwards. I got to shoot a gun today. It was so great. Not only one gun, but 4, and it was full auto, and he's rambling on and on. It was just so cool to see the smile on his kid's face. He has no idea what the ammo would have cost him or anything else, and I'm thinking, what is the total? Who cares? It was priceless. It was priceless, to see him.
Like I say, that's why we've been squirreling away all this ammo for these years. Now it's time to pull it out and take people out to the range and provide the ammo for them.
Yep. So I think I'm going to surprise him. He's got a birthday coming up here beginning of summer. I think I'm going to surprise him and send him an NRA membership. Blows mine.
There you go.
Nice.
Yep.
I like it.
Spread the word.
Very good. That's it. Buy an NRA membership for everybody. You can get the $10 associate membership. They don't get a magazine for that. But if you poke around, you can find $25 memberships. And, of course, the standard one, I think, is $35 still. So It's still a bargain. Heck of a deal.
Right. Plus, at the NRA show, they have all the upgrades radically discounted. Mm-hmm. You can get up to benefactor for $700, and you're maxed out.
I've been bumping it up like one category each year as I go to the NRA membership. So I think I've got one more. Yeah. What are the 3 different levels of life?
There's a couple different benefactor. There's
endowment, a patron, benefactor, and money bags. I don't know.
Yeah, independently wealthy category.
No. What it means is when you get to that level, now you get the other mailers that say, now we have established a different higher level, and for only X dollars, you can. I'm going, no, I don't play in that league.
Well, when you think about it, the life memberships we got a couple of years back, what were they? $200, $300?
$300.
Yeah, $300, and you can upgrade that for another $700 to the top tier. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if I can do it this year, but I might be take half step and then kind of step it up the following year.
You can do a step at a time each year.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got my life membership, I did I want to say it was like a 5-year financed payout, and I think the life membership was like $300 then, or $200.
Okay.
I mean, this was a long time ago, and I was making no money. We had like literally $8 in the bank, and I'm doing this 5-year payout of probably something on the order of like $2 a month or something. It was crazy, but we got there.
And you're good for life.
Good for life. That's right. Well, I have to go. We're planning more shoots for the First Person Offender show. We'll be doing it in a couple of weeks, and then we're shooting Guns and Gear TV show. And then we're dreaming up all kind of crazy stuff to do for the Gun Venture TV show because the new seasons are coming. They start third quarter this year.
Wow.
So we have to produce them so we can get them out there.
Is that the first step? That comes before broadcasting them?
Yeah, it's all of us sitting around coming up with wild and crazy ideas of, hey, what if we took this out to the range and we used this for a target and we blew it up using the special ammo? And that's how all this stuff comes about.
Yeah, what would be cool?
That's how it starts. Is that would be cool if well, let's figure out if there's a way to make that happen. So we're working on it so everybody can be entertained. In the meantime, if anybody wants to see all the stuff we've done, it's on our YouTube channel, on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
Sweet.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right, thanks guys for 22 years. Let's go for another.
Works for us. All right.
Take care, guys.
Be good.
You too. Thanks.
Well, that wraps up another Gun Talk After Show. But if you want even more gun-related stuff, don't forget to check out Gun Dealio. It's the app for Apple and Android phones that connects you to all the Gun Talk shows, plus even more. And we'll catch you next time for the Gun Talk After Show.